Ooh.
In the city where nobody smiles and nobody dreams. And on this very episode, we dive into the music of Everyday Glory from the Rush album, Counterparts. It goes like this. Everyday Glory. Thoughts? General observations. How do you like? What do
General observations?
Oh yeah. I missed it.
So
here's
my thoughts and impressions. So the music is, I felt like it was mid-tempo poppy. Not to be confused from.
Hang on, did you say poppy or poppy?
Poppy, like
poppy. Okay.
Yeah. So it's mid-tempo and poppy, not to be confused with slow and poopy.
Right,
okay.
Yes.
It's a way to be, man. It's a way to be.
love the harmonies that Mr. Geddy Lee laid down. As we get into the guitar solo, it's a very simple melodic guitar solo that pretty much just expands on what Alex is playing throughout the entire song.
Yeah.
I didn't write anything else down, but I think that it's Shane. What do you think?
I think you're right, Jay. I agree with everything you said.
Thank you.
Yes,
I
concur.
Tim made the shocking statement that he hates this song. He wanted to get the recording over with.
No,
is that how you really feel about Everyday Glory?
No.
Tim.
No. However, if it wasn't for the bass and how, in the whole Counterparts production, they really, beef some things up coming from Roll the Bones. This song would have been perfect on Roll the Bones. I sort of feel like I feel like lyrically the lyrics are really the best part of the song. Musically, it's good, but I think it's one of those, we've got a little bit of time left. Let's throw one on. Now, I have no clue where and when it was, written and worked on in this process. It's one of those songs to me. And I don't want to say it's like one of those, like Losing It or Different Strings. It was, or Witch Hunt, a production song where they really never planned on playing it live. But in all of that, I think Geddy does some of his best bass slides in this song. I love the way he goes in the Rise from the Ashes and Blaze. That I love that. I don't want to say that I don't care for the guitar solo. There's nothing in the guitar solo that makes me go, oh wow. It's everything else that Alex does that I really like. And then there's something else that Neil does. Now, he introduced this rhythm, but we first heard it on Presto and the Pass. The on the ride cymbal. It's not the Neil Peart ride rhythm from La Villa, YYZ, Time Stand Still, yada 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 yada. Cold Fire. It's not that, but it's at a slightly more upbeat tempo than the Pass from Presto. But he's throwing that in there, so I like that because we have never talked about that particular ride rhythm Um, but everything else, I don't know, like in that middle section, At the Future's Looking Dark, where it's just, I don't know, it takes me back to like 1980s, maybe hair metal bands, just, kicking the snare drum. Boom, God, people trying to clap their hands like they were trying to throw that out. Guys, it's 1996. Okay, we were done with that. But
not all of us. Some of us still liked it. We wanted to hang on to the.
Yeah. And there's some other cute little things that Neil does in the song. But again, the lyrics are the best part of the song. I'm not saying that the song's bad. I am saying that if this song was not released on the album, it would have been fine. That's what I'm saying. If the album ended with Cold Fire, you would be fine. It might have been a leftover from Roll the Bones, because as Jay called it, it's got that sort of, that pop kind of feel and sound to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Not too fast, but not slow.
Right. And you get that in a lot of Roll the Bones, I think.
Yeah.
Which
it's very to me.
One
it's just
day
very pop.
We will be covering. When that day will be, I don't know.
Maybe next.
Why are
we'll
we
cover
here?
that album next?
For the beer?
Roll
the Bones.
Roll.
Maybe it'll be next. Maybe that'll be the next album we cover after Counterparts.
It's not gonna, we know that because
we haven't recorded that yet. We haven't recorded that yet.
I thought we did record that one. Did we not record that one? Which one is going to be?
No, we'll record
Did we record that one? Which one is going to be?
According to our sources, we have not.
No,
according to the files on my computer, we recorded it. According to our content schedule, we have not recorded it.
Which Shane likes to call the X-Files.
I've never called it that.
Down.
I don't know why you're singing porno music.
I was going to say, was the X-Files a porn?
It is now.
Hey,
it is now.
Nice.
Down.
I went a long time
Down.
not really paying attention to the song. That's the background music, Jay. You can keep it. Yeah.
Sure.
Until one day I noticed the bridge and I thought, what did he say? Did he say what I think he said? So then I went and looked at the lyrics and thought, wow. And I really wanted to like this song. Wanted to like this song.
Wow.
But we're not talking about lyrics right now.
Right.
I know we're not. But the lyrics made me really want to like it. Want to like it. And it's good. And I think I agree pretty much with what Tim said, sort of. Except in my case, I think they really wanted to use these lyrics. And so they said, let's put this music together. And it's good music. It's a good song. There's nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't stack up with everything else on Counterparts. It's just brilliant.
Well, a little side note about this song that Geddy Lee said in Bass Player magazine in an interview. He said the song ended up being an analog tape mix. For the last few years, he had been doing digital, but because he figured it was better than tape recorder, but certain songs have a heavier mid-range and content.
Right.
And on playback, the analog recorder softens the mid-range a bit, so it gives it a more of a likable sound. So he said it's not an efficient sounding in terms of the top and the bottom end, but it's just a nicer to listen to sound.
He said top and
bottom. Yeah. That's what Geddy said. Jay said music good.
Tim, you mentioned something about I believe his name is Alex Lifeson and playing guitar.
Yes. I think that's Leif Garrison. I think it's
well, I like the guitar part right here. So that he's got the line going on the verse, and then he plays the same notes, but I guess he
we're
turns up the
talking about the
distortion.
lyrics, though. We're talking about the lyrics, right?
No, we're not. We're talking about the music.
Okay, sorry.
It's just Shane took us down that path towards the lyrics on why he doesn't like the song, but
No.
never told us why he doesn't like the lyrics. And now he's bringing it back to the music.
Okay, now let me clarify then. Because the
I'm
lyrics
so
are so
confused.
good, I want to like this song more than I do. Because, like Tim said, I really like the lyrics. The lyrics are the best part of the song.
Are
Oh,
we talking about the music right now? Or the lyrics? I forgot. I'm sorry.
We're talking about the music, Jay.
Okay.
We are talking about. Oh, listen to the music.
Whoa. Listen to the music.
yes. Speaking of albums, I didn't know I liked so much. That first Doobie Brothers album, I really like that. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
The guitar part that Alex played on Everyday Glory.
Bring it.
A little heart shaking with her hands on her ears, pushing back the tears till the pain disappears.
It's like as the line gets more tense, the guitar gets more tense, so it kind of adds
A
to
little bit, and yeah, because it seems like it's a little buried in the mix at the beginning of it, but they just start to crescendo it.
Yeah. Yeah, it crescendos as it gets a little more distorted, and then it just seems like he's doing like playing, cringing up as he's trying to play it,
Right.
just because he made it, because he's so good with how he plays stuff. And
But that's the first verse, right? That's
that
in
is
the first verse.
Yeah,
But then when you get to the second verse after the first chorus, that's where I'm going. This has got to be just, the production song, because he's throwing in some more stuff but again, only Alex would be able to pull it all off live.
I'll take your word for it.
I'm
just kidding. I'm going to play it. That's what we're going to do right now, Tim. Right now.
I'm so excited.
The second verse, as long as I didn't get too far. You know what? I went a second too far. Let me bring it back
Lord.
to 154.
In the city where nobody smiles and nobody dreams. In the city where desperation drives the boy to extremes. Just one spark of decency against the starless night. One glow of hope and dignity, a child can follow the light, no matter what they say.
Okay.
Got to be
So-
honest with you. I didn't notice that until just then.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
So, so
Didn't-
that's one of those things where you go, okay.
Yeah.
So
Good ear.
are they
Tim.
going to, have some tracks going along in this song so you can get that guitar part? Is that little guitar part as necessary as is, the all that weird stuff that you hear in the first? Right. But I like it. I like that ding, 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 ding.
Yes. Very nice.
I like that stuff. Yeah. So again, that's why I think this was, hey guys, I got an idea. We got some time. Let's put something together. Boom. And we're never going to play it live, so we can get away with it.
We can. Tim, here's that ride cymbal pattern.
Yep.
No matter what they say, no matter what they say.
And the bass
Now-
drum rough.
No,
that was just
no.
a tom, wasn't it? That wasn't a bass drum, wasn't it?
That's the tom, and he's going to the snare, but he's also hitting a trigger, electronic drum to get that. There's a pop sound, sort of a deeper tone pop. Yes, that's not just analog drum right there. He's hitting something there. which he does a lot in this album.
The triggered sounds.
Yeah. I mean, he did it in Leave That Thing Alone.
Mm.
You know, just to throw a different
Yes.
sound in. Yeah.
Yeah, cool sounds. One more time.
What they say, no matter what they say.
Yeah.
Every day.
Okay, because I think maybe I just
and
took.
that sound we just heard right there was different than the one you played before, but we heard that sound in Leave That Thing Alone.
Really?
Exact same sound.
Man.
Yes.
We need to find those things and do a comparison.
One day we'll have the technology.
I hope we can do that. And then speaking of more guitars, the acoustic guitar on the chorus.
Everyday people, everyday
Yeah.
everyday promise, shut down in flames. Everyday sunrise, another everyday story. Rise from the
That's cool, Phil.
ashes of everyday glory. Rise from the ashes of blaze.
What?
The bass slide right there.
Oh, I thought I heard like a little squeak too. I'm going to go back and play that part again. Yeah, and there's a lot of just kind of weird fills in that he does, and I just no way I could have made notes to play them all. So just pay attention to that sometime when you're streaming. Everyday
Right.
Glory,
Yes.
Everyday Glory on every Rush song. A lot of everys.
Right.
Blaze of everyday glory. Rise from the ashes, a blaze of everyday glory. In the
There's a triplet in there too. Did you hear that triplet?
That wasn't a triplet.
There was a triplet there.
That was 16th notes. Oh, the syncopated triplet? The
Yeah.
rise from the ashes to blaze.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. I thought you meant the very ending thing on the everyday glory. Digga, digga, digga. And then go back into the verse. Okay. Yeah, it's the syncopated triplet.
Oh, you know
Your
what? I didn't-
terminology.
I didn't have this in the notes, but let's go back to the guitar solo. I was just about to just skip to the guitar solo and go straight to the cool build up to into the bridge. So let's do the whole guitar solo because y'all had thoughts on it, and I agreed with them.
if the
It's nothing flashy, but it just
No.
fits the song perfectly.
It fits the song. It's really tight. I like the way Geddy and Neil are emphasizing those hits right at the very end, going into the
Oh, we're gonna hear that again.
yes.
And also on the I like the guitar sound, the tone on the solo, and then it
Yeah,
seems like
but
as it goes, the farther into it gets, the longer the delay gets. So there's more of like the repetitive tick 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 sounds from the previous notes in it. I think it does
to
it
me
makes it build.
it's not a guitar solo that you go, oh man, he better, if they're playing this song tonight, he better play that guitar solo note for note, like you expect on Free Will, Tom
Yeah,
Sawyer,
Tom.
Spirit of Radio. He could get up there and play something completely different every night, and I don't know if anybody would really notice that much. There's just no, I mean, it's a nice guitar solo, it's filling the space, but there's nothing in it that really makes me go, wow.
It's more melodic than just the wailing
Yeah.
and
Because that's the way the song is. So once again, I'm making it sound like it's mediocre. It's the genius of Lurks.
yes,
That's all it is.
playing the exact perfect solo for the song.
Right. Yes.
Let's hear that again. Can anybody cover that? That's just such a strange drum roll or fill going into the triplets. It's just such an odd,
Right.
so
Yeah.
different from any other fill anyone else does in the history of all things.
Yeah, but because most
ever
other
done.
bands would have gotten to that part right there and just done an eighth note build. Chun chun chun
Yeah.
chun 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 boom ga ga goom goom ga goom goom ga goom goom ga. That's what they would have done. Like me, I would not have been able. I would have been. Let's just do this, guys. Well, because I'm not very good, so we want to finish the recording, right? So let's just keep it simple. 8-note build. That's all you got to do. Hey, shut your mouth. I promise you, I pain on your family. If we can't get this recording done here really soon, don't make me get my gun out. We're going to do 8 notes. I'm sorry. Did I just go off on a tangent?
A little bit.
Cut it out.
Yeah.
Edit.
Yeah. No.
Sorry.
I'm pretty sure you were scaring Jay a little bit though. So
I'm a little frightened right now.
go easier.
Oh,
Ease
it's
up.
okay, Jay.
What is in
Somebody
that
else.
cigar you're smoking? I think it's the
I don't
first time
think it's a
anyone
cigar.
smoked a cigar on this show.
Oh, that's
Okay.
it's a
That-
first. Yeah, he's a first.
Yeah. Is it? Cigar
Mhm.
first? I mean, there's been whiskey, beer, all kinds of debauchery. All right.
I'm about to
Cool
shoot up some
harmonies
heroin.
here. Cool harmonies here when the music kind of stops and the harmonies carry over on this awesome bridge. I'm going to go lead into that a little bit and then
If the future's looking dark, we're the ones who have to shine. If there's
This part.
no one in control, we're the ones who draw the line. Though we live in trying times, we're the ones.
that's the part you were talking about at the beginning, Tim, about the kind of the 80s
Yeah.
rock thing. Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
So, but Jay, once again, what does Shane really like in that part?
He likes
Oh,
the
I'm-
harmony.
Yeah, the harmonies. You mean, you mean the Geddy harmonies? The ones that you said that I've never cared for Geddy's harmonies. And
Yeah.
every single album so far, you have fallen in love with the Geddy harmonies.
Kind of.
Well, I will have to say this about the Geddy harmonies on this particular song. Not too bad.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby.
Yeah.
Kind of like them.
Good.
Don't hate them.
Kind of like at the beginning of this episode when I kept talking about how much I didn't really like the song, and now I'm talking about all these parts that I really
You're
like.
right that
Yeah.
you love. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's how I
It's
roll.
it's not among my favorites, but there's
That's how I
a lot
roll.
of things to do with love.
Speaking of crazy drum fills, here's some right here in the song "Everyday Glory" off Counterparts.
Yeah. No. That
That's a cool
does.
little
be-
fill.
It fades
But-
out.
but hang on a second. What's cool about it is the main meat of that right there.
Mm.
Everybody's done. You know, basically,
Yeah.
but he's adding he's adding something pre to it. You know, like a pickup note in a sense. You know,
It's like
that
he's
changes it
yeah.
a little bit. So that's
last
what's
word.
really cool. And it does fade out. The last song of an album that fades out, Shane, that's got to be killing you right now.
It's a good point, though. Yeah. It should never happen. Shane, back to you.
Thank you for your sympathy, Jay.
No, but I agree with that.
You were
It
always
should
there
never
for me.
happen. That should never happen. Fade outs are for losers.
Ooh.
That's harsh.
Wow.
It's except for if Rush does it and it's cool.
Well,
Okay.
look, this is what I think about the fade out. I think it's fine, especially on the last song, as long as you're planning on recording another album, because you're fading out of that album and the next album is coming up. Unfortunately, we had to wait a long time after this album for the next album to come out, but it's okay.
But we are going
I
to cover
think-
it next.
I think they should fade out
No, we've already covered it, you moron.
and fade back in.
Ooh.
Back in.
Like Suspicious Minds.
Like Suspicious Minds.
But,
But the great Elvis Aaron Presley.
How
Another
about
option is
you
to not do that.
constantly do a fade in and fade out every 20 seconds in a song? Now, how awesome would that be?
Da, 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 da,
Re-
da, 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 da,
Look, you record every song like it's an 8-track player about to go from channel 1 to channel 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's right.
some of our younger viewers will probably
Yes.
not understand the whole 8-track thing, but trust me, it was funny.
I remember the first time I heard Calling Dr. Love on Kiss Alive 2 on an album. I'm going, wait a second, it's not fading out, because I owned it
On that
on an
track.
8-track. Why
Like,
is this not fading out? This
I
doesn't
recall
make any
like
sense.
it's like I feel like it kind of like switched in the middle of a song.
Right.
Yeah.
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 They
Do
didn't
that.
care.
So it
just
would
switch.
fade
They don't
out-
care.
It would fade out, and then it would fade back in on channel 2 or channel 3.
Yeah.
I'm like, seriously, you couldn't plan this? And it's especially if it was a live in concert album, you know? Come
Yeah.
on, you got to plan it better. It's okay if it's fading out to the end of the song, the audience is going crazy. Fade out the audience. Then you start channel 2 or channel 3 with the audience and continue. What the hell is this fading in and out during the middle of a song?
Who knows?
But that
Well, we
was
want to
Kiss.
hear your 8-track tape stories. Email us 2112 at every Rush song. But we also want to know, what do you think about the music?
You know, something else I think about this, the lyrics.
yes.
Just kidding.
Will be coming up next
Continue.
week on the next exciting episode. What do you think about the music of Everyday Glory? Email us 2112 at every Rush song. I'm just realizing how proud I am of Jay for not making the joke that I was so afraid he was going to make.
I would
Catch
never
us
do that.
on the social medias at every Rush song. Tim, I know you just took a big puff off that stogie, but tell our friends good night, would you please?
Thank you very kindly, Lake Dallas, home of the Von Erich family. We hope to see you again sometime. Thank you. Good night.